Okay, so hi, fingers crossed. Hope everything works out on this video. So this evening, we are going to do something a little new. I know it looks a little different and everything, the background. So anyway, I'm sorry. I was making sure that my phone was off. Okay, so the first thing I like to do when I do my videos, when I come on my videos, is to look at the current transits to see what's going on in the sky tonight. So let's do that. So I am going to be looking at the sun, moon, the first 5 planets: sun, moon, Mercury, Venus, and Mars. Okay, that's like really the closest planets that you're going to feel anyway, so it's best to do it that way. So the sun is in Sag, you already know that, and is at 15 degrees, so that means it's 15 days in Sag. And moon is in Capricorn, and that's at 23 degrees. Mercury is in Sag, that's at 19 degrees. Venus is in Capricorn. That's 23 degrees and 37 minutes. And Mars is in Scorpio at 24 degrees and 34 minutes. Why do we need to know that? Because it's about energy, and we need to at least have some kind of idea, even if we don't know it 100%. We need to at least have it. Hey, everybody who's saying hi to me, how y'all doing? What planet represents the male partner in one's life? Now, this could be a little bit controversial music, a video-ish. But I was so funny. I was just saying this last night. So the sun and Mars represents male energy in your transit chart. Your transit chart, not in your birth chart necessarily. Okay, your transit chart. That's where you will find that out. And in a woman, it is the moon and Venus. It seems like sexist to me some kind of way. Anyway, yeah. So hey Tiffany, I'm Gold Matrix. I'm from Dolo's channel. Yeah, a lot of people over here from Dolo's channel. Okay, hello. What planet represents partner on one's life? Oh, I already answered that. So you got that. Okay, you just said it again. Okay, so yes. So I decided, hey Metro, I decided to come on here and answer questions for free. Like when you just want to come on and ask one question for free, trying to figure stuff out. You got to send super chats and all that kind of stuff. If you want to, you can. It's not, or you can do a super chat because it's right down there, or you can do a Cash App and I'll get it directly. And that's Shonda Rise Astrology Cash App. But you do not need to do that. Okay, it's not like clickbait or anything. You're welcome. Hey, Oliver. Should I just fully go into the energy of my Cancer North Node, 12th house, or how do I balance my nodes? Well, I do not believe in that nodes are, you shouldn't try to balance your nodes because they're not meant to be balanced. They're meant to be one or the other. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all can't see certain things. It's because I'm trying to use this. I'm trying to be fancy. I don't know. You got your North Node and your South Node. You got to choose one or the other. So in this lifetime, before you were born, you chose your Cancer North Node. Why you chose a Cancer North Node? I'm Gold Matrix. I don't know. But, I mean, if after, like, you have some time, like some years into self-development, and you change a lot of your habits, yeah, you could try to balance not your nodes, but you balance your soft node. Remember, soft nodes are the low vibration of us. It's the low vibration. Hey, I'm gonna go this. It's stuff we need to leave behind. Is it good for us to have them anyway? Yeah, kind of, sorta, but we don't really need it. So I don't subscribe to that. So yeah. In this video, like I said, it's gonna be, you can ask a astrology question. I'm not sure if I said one. I think I tried to change the topic. So you could do it that way. But you said, should you go on your full energy of my Cancer North Node? Yes, you should, because you felt you needed that. Stop being so damn serious. Why are you being so serious, though? Don't try to balance anything. Capricorn and Cancer, first of all, they're opposing signs. You can understand that they're polar opposites and how you can create harmony in Cancer and Capricorn, but I wouldn't try to do it through my nodes. It's going to be too difficult to do that. Most people, most all of us can't fully complete our nodes in this lifetime anyway. So I wouldn't even do it that way. I would tell you, as a Cancer South Node, Cancer North Node, and the Capricorn South Node, not to worry about the stuff that your family doing. You know, I know that you have a plan for everybody in your family's life and how they can fix it and how they don't have to go through this and how they don't have to go through that if they just listen to you. But they're not. And if they do listen to you, they're going to go back to doing what they want to do. Don't they? Haven't they did this all your life? So if you keep staying in this Capricorn, how are you going to even balance that? If you keep staying in this Capricorn South Node, you're going to be doing that. You're going to feel that it's your job, it's your responsibility to make sure your people and your family is right. Like when I say that, I mean literally you do that. Of course, if we in our loved ones' lives, of course we want to make sure they're good, but you take it to like way too many steps. You feel me? Okay, so thank you for those questions. So I'm just going to hang out here for a little while and see if anybody had questions at all. Because it's still like a little bit the live chat astrology thing that when we did our vote, people voted for that they like doing just a question and answers, the free question and answers. And I like doing that too, because that's also could help with the algorithm since I haven't been on for so long. So I said, well, let me just do it that way. So if you guys don't have any questions, I'm going to go into a certain kind of questions that people ask. Okay. And then when more people come in or time go on, then we can work that out. But a lot of people ask which zodiac signs that you should make aspect to your South and North Node. Zero. Well, I won't say zero. I'll say the only one that you could actually feel, that you will feel it happening, is the sun. It's the sun of the person you're dealing with, your North Node. And I did a video, and I don't know if it's up, but I did a video that says, never date your South Node. Never date the sun sign of your South Node. Okay, I'm going to give you an example. I'm a Libra South Node. Okay, so that means if I deal with a Libra sun person, it's not going to really give me too many benefits. And especially if we having problems, it's going to be like one week thing leading another week thing. We're going to be too codependent on each other. It's just not going to be good, because I'm being with someone who have traits and characteristics that I need to leave behind, because all these centuries and eons that I was doing Libra South Node stuff, in this life I had to do Aries North Node stuff. So did I make that video? Make what video? Which one are you talking about? So think about it. If you having problems, like if you have a lot of for people who don't know me, I give a lot of analogies. That's how I teach astrology. So anyway, so like for example, if you a hoarder in your house, you're a hoarder, you're not going to want to date another hoarder. You're going to want to date someone who can help you clean up or who can help you organize, right? That's going to be beneficial to you. If you date another hoarder, then y'all going to be hoarding together. You know what I mean? So that's the same thing. Like, you don't date the sun sign of your South Node. What you need to do, though, is hang around the sun sign of your North Nodes, especially the Virgo North Nodes. I know a lot of people don't want to do that. Y'all be getting mad at y'all Virgos, y'all sun Virgos, but you got to still do it. It's going to help you. Hey, Beyond. I'm gonna leave yourself no too. All right, so you know what I mean. You know, we got to be careful with that, Beyond, because we could get on this kick of helping people too much, and then we sit and we wait and we say, you know what? Let me see if they're gonna give me the credit. Let me see if they're gonna give me these accolades, right? And then when they don't, we feel some kind of way. But we don't feel that kind of way while we're doing the work. We'll do all the legwork, we'll do the investigation, we'll do whatever, right? But then we stand there and they give the credit to the person who we supported. And we wait, we don't really need them, the people, to give it to us. We need the person who we supported to give it to us. Like, we need them to say, yeah, if it wasn't for Shonda doing this, then I don't know where I'll be. And you can't say that just to say it. You got to really mean that. Like, I got to feel that you mean it. Because if you don't, I'm going to side eyes you and look and wait and listen and see if you're going to say it right. And 9 out of 10 times they're not going to say it right. We're going to get mad. So that's why in this lifetime, we chose Aries, because we have to be independent, and all that legwork that we do for other people and try to get accolades from them, we got to do that for ourselves. Okay. Sophia, good day to all in the chat. Hey, Tiffany. You said, my boyfriend just asked me what his east and west nodes. It's like, if I got a north node and a south node, what's my east and west node? Or he just said it completely wrong. Yo, let me tell y'all something. These are the nodes of the moon. Okay, you're the ones that we talk about in astrology and in the house systems. They're the nodes of the moon. The moon is not the only planet. Well, in astrology, we call it a planet. The moon is not the only planet that have nodes. Y'all know that, right? But we're gonna use our Earth moon, meaning that that's the closest planet to us is the Earth, and that's when we feel stuff emotionally. So we're using the north and south nodes of the moon. That's what they call lunar and lunar, Lunar. They're called lunar nodes, and it's a north and a south node, because we're gonna feel that. Remember, with astrology, you want to do something that you could actually feel, because if you can't feel it, it's just gonna go by you and just be a regular day every day, you know. Hey, Janet. I know you're. Wait, let me just put it so everybody can see. I know. Why is it so tiny though? I know your north node is hard, but have you are saying it sound easier than Pisces north node. Why are you text talking? I know you're like saying it in your phone. That's why it's coming up. I don't know what you mean. It is hard. It is challenging, difficult, but you said, what are you saying? I don't get I don't understand. Okay. He just asked because you're talking about North and South. He is like, should we have an East and West node? Yes, tell him he is absolutely right. We should, because basically, because astrology is balance and everything, right? But that makes sense. He makes sense. But tell him, or if he can hear me, he can hear me say that, boy, just doing your north node to try to complete and reach that in your life, you're not going to give a good, you know what, about doing no east and west. It's going to be so difficult to do it, because what you're doing is you're using your highest self. You're using your best self. Oh my God, that's so weird. You're using your best self all the time. You're being you at a high vibration. Actually, you're not even being you. You're being whatever your sign is. So I'm a Scorpio, right? I'm not an Aries, but in this life, I'm supposed to take the traits and characteristics of an Aries. So first of all, I got to understand what that is. First, I got to get over being a damn Aries North Node. We had nothing to do with no damn Aries. No, but after that, then I got to be like, okay, am I supposed to be like an Aries now? No. And then I gotta be like, well, what am I supposed to do? Oh, you're supposed to have the traits and characteristics of the Aries energy, the Aries frequency. What is the Aries frequency? Not the individual person. Because that's what I was thinking of, all these Aries I knew and I couldn't stand. I was like, what you mean I gotta be like them? What? You know, but it wasn't saying that. So that means that I have to constantly be Shonda. Always think about myself. means number. Hey, Shonda, how you doing? What is Taurus South Node in the third house? Taurus South Node in the third house is... First of all, stop worrying about y'all South Nodes, because the South Nodes are things that we need to leave behind. The more energy y'all put in your South Node, the more it's going to be harder for you to create a distance from that, and that's what you need to do. So I would rather you say Scorpio North Node. So the first thing you need to do, everybody who has, well, whoever's studying and understanding what a North Node and a South Node is, the first thing that you have to do is get with the sun sign of your North Node so that you can understand where you're supposed to be going with things. So like what area of life that you need to really focus on. Like, it don't matter what sign you are, but your North Node, you're gonna hang with those people. So that means Menez or whatever, you gotta hang with Scorpios. So if you come to my channel or anybody that's a Scorpio channel, or if you know Scorpio people in your life, you gotta hang with them, because there's things that Scorpio could, just by the Scorpio being their regular Scorpio self, there's things that person can teach you and show you that you could do. The Taurus South Node, you just, all I'm saying is that, and it's in the third house, all I'm saying is that you want to show people, you want to show off all your stuff and your neighbors. You just like, you want to show them that I own my house, I own my car, these are my biological kids, and if they are stepkids, I'm going to adopt them. They're going to be mine, and I don't have to rent anything, finance anything, because I can own things. No, you got to learn how to use other people's resources, and so you could build with the other person. That's one of the things you have to work on doing. Okay. All right, I can't take today. Okay, so North Node themes will show up regardless in our lives as we learn more about how to work with our planet alignments. And if you get with or even if you don't have a friend that's a North Node, like, or a family member that you can hang around that's the same as your North Node, like, start being around, if it's a famous person, or, something that you can follow and learn their ways, do that. Okay. You said laugh aloud. He can hear me, or he can hear me. Yeah, I mean, don't focus on that. He should look and see what his North Node is, because then he don't have to get all deep into astrology. You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't have to learn the astrology language, vocabulary, the lingo, to understand his energy and why he's here. Because out of everything, and this is my belief, and I'm also in alignment with a lot of other astrologers who believe the same thing, our North Nodes are things that we put in our life. It's certain, like a gift that we put in our life to help us to succeed in life, to help us to get to where we need to be, to help us to answer certain questions that we have, like, who am I? Why am I here? Why I act like this? Da da da. So that's what your North Node is, the highest vibration of self that you're trying to be. And your opposite of that is the South Node. The South Node is saying that, okay, I came in with this stuff, and this is my habits. This is the stuff that I'm used to. This is my comfort zone. So I don't really want to let that go. Well, why would we want to let something go that's comfortable? So of course we don't want to let that go. But we will stay stuck and stagnant. And it's not party tricks. It's like, once you know your South Node and your North Node, you're good. You don't need to, you can start there with astrology. You don't have to go that deep, but you're going to want to. Yeah. Also, Janet, she is also a Cancer North Node, and she um understands that energy as well too. So she may take things more serious and more personal that way, but you got to understand, she got to understand, anybody's a Capricorn South Node, you know, you have to kind of lighten up. Everything is not structure and rules and how things supposed to be. Hey, she's the bees. So since I'm a Pisces North Node, am I supposed to sing Kumbaya? Well, first of all, don't be dissing no Pisces. That's number one. Because then that means that you're saying that Pisces sing Kumbaya all the time. And that is my siblings, the Pisces and the Cancer. They're water signs. So can't be dissing Pisces. Well, no zodiac sign, because people really actually attribute themselves to their zodiac sign. They identify with it. But anyway, so Pisces is not about singing Kumbaya. Pisces is more about being is universal. Is universal, and it's like faith, and it's like I'm not worrying about every little detail because I am going to enjoy the journey, and I'm not going to sweat the outcome so much. The Virgo South nodes sweat every single detail. They want help. They ask for help. They're Earth, so they know how to manage and delegate. However, it's something like this. Like, I got a comb right here, right? So it's a comb. They say, here, I need you to just take this comb and just go wash it out for me. And then just go let it air dry. And you like, okay, or you like take up time to answer, or you just say, yeah, you can put it down there. And then they might leave and let you do it. But then soon after, they're gonna snatch the comb and they'll do it. When I see them do that, I just smile like, okay. I mean, because I know they're gonna do it because they're so worried and concerned that it's not gonna be right. And they feel that they are the only ones that can make it right. So no, what is meaning for you, not since you're a Pisces North Node, do you gotta be kumbaya? No. What you should do is try to have more faith and give people a chance and opportunity to help you out. And if it mess up, it mess up. If it messes up, that's when your North Node to kick in with your Pisces, because your Pisces would take the faith. Hey, Galahu, Israel. Blue. I'm a Cancer North Node, and I really enjoy Cancers. Yeah, stay hanging with Cancers. But like I tell every Cancer North Node, because out of all of the interpretations for a Cancer North Node is the fact that you guys worry too much excessively over the family members. And I know it. I know that you guys can look exactly at their life and tell them exactly how they need to do it. You do this with your family members or people you consider family. You feel me? And you have it so down packed. I know that. However, that's not your role anymore. That's not your role. Janet or 87 Sparker, please let me know if I am buffering. If I am, I gotta end the video sooner than I thought. I'm trying to. That's another reason why. Another thing, y'all, like we only have one cable company and they monopolize it. So I can't even choose another one. Hey, Virginia, I got your email. That's the hardest part. You just manifested that. All right, thanks. Hey, Joseph. Thank you. Thanks, y'all. I just want to make sure because I'll be getting little notifications. Okay, so yeah, we're asking questions. I'm answering your questions. I'm trying to do it this way so I can get back on the algorithm. So the longer you guys stay on with me and ask questions and I answer them, I can kind of get back on the YouTube algorithm. Because when you're off YouTube for a while, they're like, you ain't effing with us, we ain't effing with you. All right, so get with, if you, like that person said, I love hanging around Cancers. Either you're going to love your North Node sun sign, or you're not going to be able to stand them, because you're going to be looking at them like subconsciously, like these are the things that they possess that I need to have in my life. I don't. So, but still stay around them. Christy Wills, hey. Okay, so that's the North Node, South Node. A lot of people start talking about that, so we start talking about that. Somebody asked me earlier about how do we represent the males in our, did they say in their chart? I forgot what they said, but you really can't represent male energy in your chart other than reading your chart and trying to find out certain things about yourself in your chart. Okay, so for example, like you could take your, you could find out in your natal chart how or what kind of energy you need in your mate, like what kind of man you need, what kind of woman you need, right? And how you do that, you start with the relationship house, which is the seventh house. Relationship meaning any kind of relationship, not just your love life. All right, but since we're talking about our love life, we'll talk about the love life. So we're going to choose that part of the seventh house in your love life. So you take that, and then you look and see what planets are in your seventh house. Okay, so you look at your seventh house. You look at, or if you don't have any planets in the seventh house, look at your seventh house cusp. And remember, the cusp is just the beginning of a house. It's just the door, the doorway. So it's just the beginning of the house. And if you know, if you can't understand it that way, look at it like whatever zodiac sign is on the outside of that house, that's your house cusp. So what is that? So you take that. All right, let me write that down, put that to the side. And then, okay, now if you're looking for a man, you have to look at your sun sign and your Mars sign. So my sun sign is a Scorpio. My seventh house is a Gemini house cusp. And then you look at your Mars. This is if you want a man. So then I look at my Mars, which is Virgo. So then what do I have? I got Scorpio, Virgo, and Gemini. Now, if I look at it, that's perfect combinations for me. Like if you was a Virgo, Sun, a Scorpio, Moon, and a Gemini rising, oh my God, yes, yes. Because I have a Gemini in my seventh house, so that means that in my relationships, whoever I'm in a relationship with, whether it's business, personal, whatever, I have to communicate. We have to talk. So that's how you do it. So if somebody want me to do yours, let me know. Oh, let me tell you about the Venus. All right, so if you want a girl, female, woman, whatever, you have to look at your seventh house cusp. You look at your moon sign, and you look at your Venus sign. And then, trust me, I guarantee you, if you understand the energy of the zodiac, you'll see that that's why you need that person. Okay, let me go over here. What if you attract more people in your life that have your South Node sign? What do you mean by that? We need to unpack that. Like, why are you doing that? I wouldn't even think that's a node question. I would look at that as a manifestation thing. Is something that you're needing to solve. And it's also projection. You're projecting a certain energy out to attract certain things. But like unpack that a little bit so I can understand that better, okay? I do stay as much as I can. I do stay. I don't know what that means. Okay, he says, how do I balance my Mars and Pisces fifth house with my Cap stellium in the fourth? When you say balance, give me another word for balance, because which part is off? So, but first of all, I will look at my zodiac sign energy. All right, I'm looking at Pisces and Capricorn. Oh, that's very good. That's a balance right there because it's a sextile. It's 60 degrees apart. And then your fifth house or your fourth house. So my fourth house is either my home life, my upbringing, or, my past, how it was for me as a child. And then I would look at my fifth house and I would, the fifth house is about your creativity and things that you create, even your children, because you create your children. That's why if you ever see fifth house about children, they're talking about that. And then pets also is in your fifth house. So you got to break it down so I could help you understand better. I also learned that our Lilith placement is very good to work with too. If you know, okay, so the Lilith placement is like a dark Eve, right? Hey, music all day. It's a dark Eve, right? We got Adam and Eve, but Lilith was before Eve. But she was like, the dark one, the slick one, and she didn't want to succumb to Adam, and she didn't want to be humble to him, and all these kind of things. So he had to get rid of her, or she got rid of herself and left. And then he had Eve. So Eve was supposed to be like the regular girl, like Eve, the wife, and like Lilith is like the mistress. And if Lilith had a planet that ruled it, it would be, I mean, if let me say it this way. If Lilith was a zodiac sign, it would be Scorpio. Okay, Shonda, since I'm Capricorn and on my last 7 cycle, I want to build on goals, and I know that the last cycle you're supposed to relax. That seems like I'm wasting time doing what I could just be doing. I just be okay. So your last cycle is not for you to chill because you're not in control of it anyway. Your Saturn is in control of it. So at the very end of your birthday year, before your birthday comes, 52 days before your birthday, that is your last cycle. So Saturn is looking at your whole entire year, and it's giving you a cumulative average of what you need and what you don't need to bring into the new year or to a new phase, which is after this last cycle, the first cycle begins again, which is your birthday, right? So it's like filtering out everything that you don't need. Now, is that a good thing? Yeah. Do we want that all the time? Hell no. Because it could be losses. Saturn is about taking things. So that's us losing things. And we might lose a job, we might lose a relationship, we might lose a house where we live. Might get our car repossessed. We're losing things. But you got to or relationships. With me, it seems like a lot of times it's relationships needing to end. Or if they don't end, they change the energy how they are. So now I allow it to happen because even if you try to fight it, you're not gonna win because it's about growth and it's timing. Remember, Saturn is about timing. It's like when Saturn comes, it's a wrap. You don't have no more time to do anything else because it gave you time, it gave you the rules, it told you what to do, and now it's a wrap. Now what you can do, you'll get another chance, but you can't stop it. So what you want to do is gain wisdom, and you want to speak to a person who's like kind of wise and old before their time. If it's not an elderly person, or you want to talk to an elderly person, and not somebody I'm older than you. So I'm not talking about me elderly. I'm talking about really elderly. And listen to what they're giving you. That'll calm your nerves down, because that is a very challenging cycle, right before your birthday. And then you have to remember when your birthday comes in, even though you had a solemn period and it was kind of depressed and it was kind of sad, that once that phase is over, it's over. The reason why a lot of people have they say that they're not having a really good birthday is because they remember their Saturn cycle. They remember that month and a half before their birthday and the stuff that happened then. So you're bringing in that memory to a new cycle, and then you're not enjoying your new cycle. So I'm still in my first cycle. December 17th is the end of my first cycle. All right, that's when we talk about cycles. I hope y'all understand it, but a lot of people just ask me different kind of questions. Okay, Janet said 7th house Scorpio. Oh, she said 7th house cusp is a Scorpio. Aquarius is her sun, and her Mars is Aquarius. So she need Scorpio and Aquarius energy. That's what you like. That's who you gonna have friendships with. That's who you're gonna have your most interaction with. Yeah, you said you see. I said, hey, do you write music? E was the rebound. Yo, she was the epitome of a rebound, yo. Lilith was that girl. Y'all saw that movie Catwoman with Halle Berry? And she was like just all nice and sweet, but then whatever experiment happened and she turned into Catwoman. That, to me, that's the best. I told y'all, like, explaining in analogies. That's how I like to teach astrology. So to me, that's the epitome of Eve and Lilith, because it's the same woman. Remember, Eve and Lilith is the same female. They just carried out themselves differently. You said Archangel. I'm not flunked out. Clearly, why you say that? I don't get it. She was the side chick, but she was the side chick that was the main chick too. See, she was also the kind of person that she didn't want Adam to get on top of her and have sex to her. She wanted to be on top and have sex to him. She didn't understand why she couldn't do what he could do just because he had a penis. A lot of people, just LGBT, whatever, into Lilith for support. They like that's not an icon, but it's like some kind of, I can't think of the word, but they kind of look up to that and respect Lilith on that because she was an independent woman and she didn't meet a man and all that kind of stuff. Okay. There's no side kick or side chick. See, like, if you're gonna be like trying to come over here to be all mess with people, you gotta like troll the right way. Of course, we love talking about sex because it's like very, very simple. It's like the alphabet, ABC, 1, 2, 3. You gotta talk about sex. James Howard says, when trying to break down the planetary energies in my chart, do I read it clockwise or counterclockwise? What do you mean? Like you start with your rising? You start with your rising and you go counterclockwise because you're gonna end up at the 12th house. I know it should be like 1, 2, 3, 4. It should go that way, but it doesn't. I mean, why? Like, what are you trying to figure out? Because it might be another way to do it. Anytime somebody say y'all humans, I think that you're either Aquarius or a Pisces. Yeah, Adam, Atom. You said Eve was a side chick. Technically, she was. Technically, she was. Lila said, Adam, hold up, Adam. We gonna do this Amazon position. What do you mean Amazon? Like, if y'all gonna joke, can the jokes be funny? Like, can we all laugh? Not you just laughing at your own joke that you get. I need to leave Sophia alone. Yo, Sophia, I just teasing you because I miss y'all. What is a North Node of Cancer? I did do a North Node of Cancer like a few times, but you know what? On here, Janet, the one that says Janet Matos, she's a Cancer North Node. She could tell you what that means. Okay. Well, okay. One thing I also want to say about a Cancer North Node is not saying that you got to be all mushy and nurturing. It's not saying that you're not that way. What it's saying is that you need to be more in tune into your feelings and your emotions. Like, so all of these emotional things that you like that kind of drives you to help your family and to solidify their life plan for them and all that kind of stuff. Use some of that for yourself and try to find a balance and stop being a workaholic so much. Stop worrying about what people, how you're looking in public, or certain things you don't want to go down in public because you think that people are supposed to behave a certain way in public and stuff like that. Just like feel it and have that strong psychic ability and your intuition that all Cancer North Nodes have, and like go with that. The only thing about it, Archangel Michael, I got a lot of I used to have a lot of trolls, and every time a troll came on here, I used to ask them, "Give me all the troll words." I got like about 200 blocked words. Okay, it's almost okay. It's 38 minutes, 39 minutes. Okay, so that's the nodes, and then that's how you can see what kind of energy that you really don't like the most. Can you use Juno? Yes, you can use Juno. Juno. Juno, you look on your sign and you look at your Juno sign and it'll tell you whatever sign is in, it'll tell you that those are the people that is kind of meant for you. So if you have a Juno in Libra, that means that you really want a girly girl, or You, even if it's a guy, you not like that he's effeminate or whatever, but like he really need to be into his appearance and his outside aesthetics, you know. Um, but if you got a Juno and Libra, you got to also understand that you're going to be extremely codependent in your relationships, and just make sure that you get with a person who don't mind you being codependent. Because some people, they want you to depend on them, they want to feel needed and all that kind of stuff, but that's unhealthy. Being codependent is another way we can find out. Your Juno is in Pisces. If your Juno is in Pisces, then it's just, I wouldn't use my Juno. I know they tell you to do this when y'all like studying and Googling astrology and stuff like that. I know they tell you guys that whatever your Juno sign is, it's your relationship sign. But you're going to get stuck after a while, because once you interpret that and think about that and all that, that's all you have is that one asteroid. So you want to be able to do it more. So you start with your seventh house cusp. Everybody, y'all should know your seventh house cusp. Whoever don't know your seventh house cusp, the easiest way to get it is what? To know your rising and opposite sign of your rising. So I'm a Sag rising. So automatically my opposite is going to be a Gemini, seventh house, because the first and the seventh house are opposite of each other. So if you don't know automatically, because you don't have your chart with you right now, or the app or whatever you guys use, if you know your rising, your seventh house is the opposite sign of that. Okay? Please don't forget that. That's the easiest way to understand. You don't got to memorize your whole damn chart. Well, you should memorize your whole damn chart. It's your life. You should. It's a blueprint of your life. But so you're saying that, hey, my seventh house, that's how I communicate with a long-term friend, my husband, my wife, my girl, my dude. That's how I interact and I collaborate with other people. Those also people who I have beef with, who in competition, because a lot of people will say, there's no way I could ever date. Like if you're Taurus rising, there's no way I could ever date a Scorpio. I can't stand them. Well, it's not so much that you can't stand them. It's just that they are in your seventh house. And you got to get to know that energy and understand that energy. But you do want it, because that's who the people, that's what you were born with. So you want that energy. You just got to understand it better. So you got to be around it more. But don't just use your seventh house cusp. This is for you to find out the energy and the frequency of a relationship. Okay. Of course, you want to get a compatibility chart, a synastry chart, and all that. But for the most part, if you just want to do it real quick, look at your Juno sign. What's your Juno sign in? What's your seventh house cusp? If you want a guy, what's your sun sign? What's your Mars sign? Now, if you want a girl, moon sign, your moon sign, not theirs, your moon sign, and your Venus sign, and your seventh house cusp, and your Juno. So once you understand the zodiac, that combination of all those zodiac signs together, then you would automatically 100% agree that you want that kind of person in your life. It's just how that's going to be. I don't know how to get that off. I'm sorry. Oh, here you go. You said my Juno is exact conjunct my Leo, my sun in Leo. So what do you want a Leo, or do you want one of these wild girls? Because you're so quiet. You know, it's so funny because Metro the Wizard, he is a Leo, but he's like one of the low key quiet Leos. And but you want a kind of girl who is a drama queen. You could deal with drama queens. So please, when you get a girlfriend, you gotta always check, see if anything different from her head to her toe, her face, even her toe. Like if she got a toe ring, a brand new toe ring, and she a Leo girl, you better look at that and say, "Oh, babe, you got a toe ring. It's cool." You gotta. If not, you're gonna get drama from her, but you don't mind that drama, because some way, weird way, it turns you on. Man, I don't get y'all. Okay, I'm just looking at the comments. You said Juno and Libra Libium. Libra Libium? What the heck is that? Hey, Esperanza. Scorp rising. Cancer rising. So you're a Capricorn North Node. All right. I mean, Capricorn in your relationship. So you're going to like serious kind of relationships. You're going to like guys or girls like in business suits and stuff like that. You're going to want to date cops, judges, police, people in politics. And how you guys really would know, you go to your 7th house to find out your cusp, but you don't stay in your 7th house. You look at the zodiac sign on the outside of your cusp and look at the planet that rules it. Like, okay, I'm gonna give you an example. Mine is Gemini, my 7th house cusp. But I'm not going to stay there because I'm going to take my Gemini. And since I'm looking for a guy, I'm just saying, if I was looking for a guy, I got my 7th house cusp Gemini. I have my Sun Scorpio, and I have my my Mars Virgo. So I got Gemini, Scorpio, and Virgo. And then I got to look and see what my Juno is in. I think my Juno is in Scorpio. And I say that, y'all, that I think, and I just said that y'all need to know it because certain things on my chart I don't pay attention to. And especially with relationships and love life, because I have an empty 7th house and that's not my focus in this lifetime. So whether I have a relationship or not is not going to bother me. Plus, I got a Venus in the 12th house and Sag, so I need my freedom and my space. So if I get like that, that's just how I was born. I'm not saying for y'all to follow suit. But anyway, so I'm gonna look at my Juno, and then I'm gonna look at the 7th house cusp Gemini. What planet rules Gemini? Mercury. Because I want to get more information, like where am I gonna meet these guys or this guy? Where what kind is he gonna be? You know, what's his traits and characteristics and stuff like that. It's just not just Gemini. Don't just look at your 7th house cup to see where you're gonna, what kind of zodiac sign that you like. That's astrology 100. It's not even astrology 101. So then you're gonna look. I'm gonna look at Mercury. Where is Mercury in my chart? Well, Mercury in my chart is in the 10th house, right? So that means that I'm gonna want somebody who's really popular in the community, and unfortunately, I always get those kind. You know, it's not a good thing to get somebody to date somebody who's really popular and know a lot of people. Yeah, in the beginning, you're gonna be popping too. You're gonna be popular. Everybody gonna know that you're his girl, you're his guy, or whatever. But what happens when y'all break up? Everybody know the same, you know. So I mean, you know, I'm a Scorpio. I like privacy. Maybe y'all won't care about that. But anyway. So yeah, so looking Esperanza, look and see what if you're a Cancer rising, that means that you are a Capricorn. So Saturn, look and see where your Saturn is at. You said 7th house, all business. Yeah, I know. Opposites attract. For the most part, they do. Why though? Why do opposites attract? Or why are opposites supposed to attract? It's something about that. It's not just because we're opposite. We're supposed to do something with that. What is that? That's an astrology quiz for you. You have North Node in the 8th house, AJ777. What is it? What is your North Node? Shonda, when I look at my chart, how do I interpret my actual degrees? You start with decans. Do you remember when I was teaching about decans music? Decans. Remember, it's 30 degrees and you divide by 3. So it's 10, 10, 10. So what decan, and you could do your decan for all of your planets because all of your planets have degrees. I just think that the most important one is the sun because you could feel it. Remember, I want to give you something that you could feel. I'm going to tell you stuff about astrology that y'all could easily feel like super fast right away. So if you do your decans of your sun, you could see how much of that zodiac sign you are. Because remember, the first 10 days, you double your sign up. The second 10 days, you go your sign and you're the next sign in order. And then the last 10 days or the last 10 degrees, you go by the third zodiac sign in your element. So that might sound confusing, but I'm going to say it this way. So I'm a Scorpio person, right? I'm a first 10 degrees. The first 10. So you got 10, 20, 30. We got three signs in each element. So my water element, I'm Scorpio. Now, am I in the under 10? Yes. So I'm a Scorpio. sun. Now, if I was born in the anywhere from like 10 to 19 degrees, then I will be a Scorpio Pisces, because Pisces is the next water sign after Scorpio. If I was born in the final degrees, like from 20 to 29, 59, then I'll be a Scorpio Cancer. Because if y'all notice, do y'all notice that well, of course, everybody is different and we're not, of course. But I'm saying, if you notice, like, even if you're not a cusper, you kind of don't feel almost like your sign, or you might know somebody that they don't feel only like that one sign. See what their degree is. You need to meet in Aquarius. You meet in Aquarius, and then, they don't like clinginess, Shauna. They only want to cling when they want to cling. But you never know when they want to cling. But anyway, and get with the summer people. Get to the opposite. Get to the Leo. We ain't, freezing cold Aquarius. Not just joking. North Node in the 8th house. Oh yeah, you got to tell me what sign it is. You said your Mars is in Virgo too. Yep. I have an empty house too. Anybody who have an empty 7th house in your chart, stop and think. Is our relationships the most important thing that I always try to strive for in my life? I guarantee it is no. Whoever have Venus and Sagittarius, ask yourself this question. Do I need to be around this person all the time, 8 hours a day? Well, that's work. 24 hours a day, every day? No. You don't. You need your freedom, and because you want the freedom to be creative. You need your own space to do something creative, because it's Venus and it's Sagittarius, and you wanna do something that's artsy and aesthetically pleasing and all that kind of stuff. Your 12th house is Venus, and your 7th house is empty. 7th house, but don't worry about it. Everybody got empty houses because it's 12 planets. I mean, it's 12 houses and 10 planets. We can't get every planet in one house. Yours Virgo and Mars and Virgo too. We just go hard. Mars and Virgo people, we just go hard. We get really hyper focused and really serious and aggressive about a thing. Like, we will get the job done. We quick to start it, and we could go to every little detail. We could follow the bouncy ball, and nobody can confuse us, and nobody can't lie, because we remember that step, because we follow each step aggressively. And we get hyper focused. So don't lie to a Mars and Virgo. It's not going to work. Don't, because it's going to be an argument of proof and facts and receipts. And if you don't have that, don't argue with a Mars and Virgo, because they already got all the receipts. Okay. Your Juno's in Sagittarius. So remember your Juno in Sagittarius. And I also want you to look at your 7th house cusp, meaning the zodiac sign outside the 7th house. And also I need you to look at if you want a guy, Sophia, you do. Look at your Mars and your sun and your Mars. Leo in the 8th. First of all, Jay, I am going to need you to stop worrying about what your friends is going to think if you start talking about this kind of stuff, for example. I'm starting to sweat, y'all. I'm about to really gotta go because my heat is on. Don't tell them. Just be around us and talk about it to or Scorpio. It's something you want to do that's creative, that you know is creative, but you keep asking your friends and they're telling you really not to, or they're giving you too many opinions. It's something you want to do that is so different. So it might be in the astrology world or the metaphysical world, or it might be something sexual. You want to be a porn star. Well, because this is the 8th house, and because you want to be a porn star, J77, I'm gonna need, you could put a mask on, or a like a whole mask. I'm not talking about no corona mask. I'm talking about one of those masks to cover your face, and you can put that on. So yeah. Now, if you don't have a Leo in the North Node and your 8th house, it's not going to resonate to you with you at all. He said because they're each other's 7th house opposite. What are you talking about? Sun, Leo, Moon, Taurus, rising Cappy. Zenobia, hey, what's your question? In my natal chart, the planet several Scorpios are in Scorpio. Pluto. Hey, Coach Michael. You're a Scorpio, Scorpio? Me too. I'm 3 degrees. And you say, yeah, but I never felt my sign, but I'm a Capricorn, Capricorn. Well, you got to get into it. Like, wow, like Capricorns is the opposite of feeling. So, of course, you're not going to feel it. And you got to get into your, like, where's your Cancer, and like try to attribute to that. You said, I can't do Aquarius man relationship well. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Just haven't met the right Aquarius. Don't be like blocking relationships out, man. You might be able to meet the Aquarius guy to be the best guy for you. You got Saturn in your 7th house. See, look at you. Saturn rules Aquarius. And you starting all these rules already. Don't do no rules. Don't do no rules. And stop being that person. Anybody who got Saturn in the 8th, 7th house, stop being that person who trying to control the relationship and have all these damn rules for the relationship, and then try to change their friends and say that the reason why you're not as good as you need to be is because you're hanging around these group of people, and I want to change that. No, stop doing that. They don't like that. They don't like it. People don't like to change like that. You got a North Node in Leo in the 10th house. Yo, Galeo. Yo, you too want to shine now. Jay, he gonna shine in a different way, but you gonna shine. What do you want to do? Like, what are you creative? And are you a performer? Do you want to perform? Do you want to show some of your work? Are you a dancer? You something you want to do creatively? See, y'all Leo North Node people, you guys allow your peers, either the people you know or peers of an audience, stop you. You gotta let that go. You gotta stop. Stop trying to get the concession of a group of people. Virgo and Mars and Capricorn. Your 7th house cusp is Aries. So you're Libra rising. It's gonna be harder for you to do this thing in the 10th house where your North Node is, because you rather for people to get along and remain in harmony. And that's why you listen to your peers, man. You gotta let that go. I'm sorry, I'm gonna try not to like really jump on you guys' energy, because then I will jump out, be all over the place. But I just don't want you to be in that space. You 2 degrees. She used to be says she's a Libra sun, Aries Lilith. Well, boys gonna like that. But you gotta know that the guys like that. And sometimes that's all they're like. So you got to be really careful. It's like you got to be strategic with it. You got to know it, like know your power. Like I really will study everything Aries and Lilith. Like know your power, because you don't want to be like, you know, you don't want to be so strong and so hot and so sexual, so powerful and so independent. It could continue for so long or too long, and then you'll be older and you won't be with the person you want to be with. So chill with that. Okay, I'm gonna answer the last question. There's no other questions. Perfect. So it is now almost an hour, and I am going to go. Thank y'all for coming on my video, and commenting and interacting. Thank you for the people who stayed on, because if you stay on, the longer you stay on my video, the longer YouTube could pick up the algorithm. And I'm gonna start coming back on, do some other stuff. I'm gonna try to do some preloaded stuff so I could be tutorials and you guys can get to see words and stuff like that. But for real, thank y'all. Like the Scorpio person, appreciate it. Like the loyalty. And my swatchers, which is my secret watchers that never chat. Thank you. I know y'all there. It's okay. It's all right. I understand secretness. You know what I mean? So we good. But thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Have a good one. Bye.